all have muted mics today. It is quite disturbing for me, bachon. I'm not getting response. Mhm. Exactly. We will learn how we can separate different substances by physical methods. It will not involve any chemical method. Chemical method is doing electrolysis, which will be the part of electrochemistry and metal extraction. So we will not study that. We will only study a separation technique, which through which we can separate a substance physically. So it is the checklist. It will be given to you so that after the end of the topic, you will share, you will update me and yourself that on which stage you are. Stage one is that everything is fine, no problem. Okay, so the first part is apparatus for measuring. I hope I gave you the lecture on the different apparatuses in the last class. We we did it very carefully in details. We learned how to convert centimeter cube into decimeter cube. Did we? Okay. Is my voice lagging, Zainab, or it is absolutely fine? It's fine. Okay. So Anushe, if I think there is the connectivity issue again with you. Okay, I'm moving forward. But beside this, I'm recording the lecture as well. So the miss thing आप उसमें लेक्चर में से देख सकती हैं. ओके, मैं ये पूछ रहा था बच्चों कि हमने we did the conversion part. Remember how to convert centimeter cube into decimeter cube. And what about this apply one? State the name of the apparatus. We did that, I think, or not. Okay. Okay. I remember that how to run 40.45 centimeter cube of liquid into the flask with the help of burette because it is accurately can accurately measure. Okay. So paper chromatography is a new topic. Okay, chromatography. This word derived from chroma. The chroma literal meaning is color, but it doesn't mean that this technique is only used for separating color substances. No, we can use this technique to separate uh, colorless solutions as well, like amino acids, like proteins, many more substances. So chromatography uses a beaker, chromatography paper, and a solvent to separate a mixture of a colored compound. ठीक है. So for this, you need a chromatography paper. Once the chromatography is done, that paper will not be known as chromatography paper. It will be known as chromatogram after the developing of the after the separation of all the uh, substances present in the compound. So a chromatogram shows the separated compounds as separate spots. For example, this is the chromatography setup. Is it visible to all of you? Both of you? Okay. So, A thing. Uh, what is A? A is watch glass, or you can say we used this watch glass to cover a beaker to give a saturated environment to this chromatography paper. One thing. Second thing, what is B? B itself a chromatography paper on which chromatogram will be developed. What is D? D is a line. It is known as a baseline on which we will place a drop, a substance which need to be separated. C C is a liquid, a solution. Here we call this solution a solvent. Okay, so this is about the labeling of a chromatography setup. Let me reveal the whole question for you. But before going towards the question, last line was remaining above that chromatography can be used to identify compounds by comparing the distance moved with known samples. I will tell you what does it mean later on. Worked example. The diagram shows the apparatus used to carry out chromatography. Give the correct names for AD. We have already named it. Let's review. A was watch glass, or you can simply say a cover. B was filter paper. Yes, filter paper used. Filter papers are used for chromatography, or you can use a professional chromatography paper which is made up of cellulose. Okay, that detail is not required. It is just for your information. That chromatography paper is made up of cellulose. C is a solvent which will run up on the filter paper, so that uh, compounds will be separated, not the mixture will be separated, not compound. D D is the baseline or the origin line from which the chromatography will start. So, okay. Now the next question: describe how chromatography of a drop of a mixture of dyes, or you can say colored substances, because dye is color. So they use the word dyes. It means that dye is made up of different colors. Is performed to identify a particular dye. You have access to dyes which may be in the mixture. All right. Yes, Anusha, would you like to ask anything? Okay. We were in the flow. We didn't see her. Actually, there is no one taking permission for the admission in the class. Ask her to rejoin, because I didn't hear the sound of arrival of any student. Hmm. It says that her net is connecting. It means I haven't received her request in the class. Okay. So let me please inform her that it is the connectivity issue. If you will come in the class, sir will definitely allow you to come in. Can you call her, Anushe? Okay. Yes, it is the internet issue with her. Okay, I will try to add her. Please ask her to send. her email, the actual email she used to come in the class, to join the class, that email. Let's see what happened. Okay, I have sent her an email. Kindly ask her to check the inbox. Hopefully, she'll be able to join soon. Okay, so the new question: describe how chromatography of a drop of a mixture dies. ये मैंने question पढ़ लिया था. I'm not repeating it again. So we have access to pure dyes which may be in the mixture. Pure dyes, it means standards. So we are in doubt that do we have such uh, dyes in the mixture or not. So we will do the chromatography. So what will happen? How we will start? Listen it carefully. A spot number step number one will be a spot of the mixture is placed on the baseline. Where? On the baseline. For example, it was a blue ink. Okay. So I will place the spot here. Fine? Understood? No. The borderline, what you meant to say, the borderline here, this one, this line, it is the baseline. Okay, we will call it baseline. So we will not allow, or we will not place that spot above or below the uh, baseline. Why? Let me give you the reason. If we will place the spot here or here, uh, where the solvent, below the solvent, so what will happen? It will dissolve here. It will not run up. It will be the mess. Okay, so what is the reason behind this chromatography? Why we are restricted to place that spot on the baseline? Because other spots will also be placed on the baseline. So how you will know the distance traveled by the spot or the substance is the same? There will be no comparison. It is just like that if we are starting a race, so all should be on the same line. Okay, so first, for example, this is the standard which is known, that we know that it will travel till here, and rest of the spots are sample. We will consider these as samples, so we will allow them to run along with the standard, because this solvent will run up gradually on the filter paper. So what will happen if these two samples, sample number 1, sample number 2, travel the same distance as the standard traveled? So it means these dyes are pure as well. But what happened? For example, few spots came in between these spots. Okay, that spot traveled here. It is confirming that these two samples had the standard as well. But sample number one contains other thing as well, other than standard, other than the actual dye.